You're listening to the Console Drones Gamer Talk podcast with your hosts, Prodigy.
I got another fucking 3 weeks to start carving my bushes into elephants and shit, make it look like Disneyland.
Wow, that just got really weird.
Deuce.
Running around with a pink fucking 725. I don't care if you're a girl gamer or what. Stop it! It's fucking annoying. Son of a bitch.
Demonic.
Tune in next week and fuck yeah, fuck you, Chris.
Hello, listeners, gamers, button mashers, teabaggers, noobs, griefers, geeks, grown-ups, and internet. Welcome back to Console Drones Gamer Talk podcast. Talking video games right out of northern Arizona. Once again, it's time for another show. This is season number 3, number 244. And you're listening to a weekly podcast where we talk about everything and anything but mainly video games. I'm your host, Chris, and today, the full crew is here. Just a quick announcement here for our listeners. We have a new voicemail for you guys. You can give us a call at 928-421-3837, and we will be moderating these voicemails so that we can put them on one of our future shows. We're going to have a segment where we go over our voicemails and listen to our listeners and kind of hear what they have to say. So if you want to be on the show and leave us a voicemail, you can call us at 928-421-3837. All right, let's get into it.
It's time for What You Drinking and What Have You Been Playing.
Let's start off this week with Joe. What are you drinking and what have you been playing this week, buddy?
Yeah, Joe, what have you been playing, Joe?
I've been playing with my flip-flops, if you must ask. Yeah, I'm not drinking anything. I'm sober. I will be drinking like after the podcast, though, because I have a dilemma. I think I have a problem. I'm addicted to flip-flops.
How so, Joe?
For our audio listeners, they can't see it, but for people that are watching on Twitch, there's this thing that's like over here on the side of the screen. It's big. It's white. It's boxy. I don't know what to say.
It's the fifth one.
It's the fifth one. It's a station of play, and yeah, I went against everything that I said I was about, and yes, call me a hypocrite, call me flip-floppy, I don't care, I got it. Yeah, I bought a PlayStation 5. So, other than that, I just started downloading all the shit, getting it set up, started playing Miles, so I liked Miles, it's good, beautiful. I've been playing Witcher 3. That's basically it. Cool. You know what? I take that back. I did lie. I did turn on my Switch, blew the dust off of it because I had to move it from below the TV to a shelf next to the TV. So I've been playing. I tried the new DLC for Animal Crossing. Okay. Again, it's going backwards, going back to the Animal Crossing, and it's just kind of like, you know how that goes.
Yeah.
Also redid the download for Nintendo Switch Online, so I got to play some retro Super Nintendo and played Mario Kart 64.
I was going to say 64
so many
games?
memories.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Played Altered Beast for the Sega Genesis because that's like one of my all-time favorites. It was. The concept is my favorite, but actually playing the game, I'm like, I fucking like this game. Well, of course, I didn't know any better when I was like 9 or 10. It's like, I didn't know any better. This was the shit. So, nah. I played it once, got to the second level, said, fuck this. Played Witcher 3. So, I have been enjoying The Witcher. More so because I've been following it on Netflix. I haven't read the books or anything, but just the lore and getting back into it. And I didn't realize how beautiful that game was.
Yeah.
And also, this was the first time I've played it on Xbox Series X. But I'm rambling.
Oh, and it's not upgraded yet. I looked it up today because I started playing it too, and that the upgrade that was supposed to be for Series X and PS5 got delayed to 2022, so it's not even enhanced yet either.
I know, and it's already beautiful. I can only imagine what it's going to look like. Oh, anyway, yeah, that's it. Not drinking anything, and fucking A.
Well, fantastic, Joe. Welcome to the Sony Pony Club. So you are now part of the Sony Pony Club. Welcome back to your roots. All right, Miguel, what are you drinking, and what have you been playing this week, buddy?
I have water right now. As far as what I've been playing, a lot of Overwatch. I finished Halo Infinite.
Oh, nice.
It's really well done. It was a good game. They did a good job. Played Battlefield with you guys after podcast last week.
That's right. Yeah.
That was a good time. And then, same note as Joe. So I was playing Halo Infinite on Heroic, and I got like halfway through, and I said, fuck this. I'm putting it on normal because I want to go play The Witcher 3.
Okay.
So I have started playing The Witcher 3 again after I finished Halo. So
Nice. Very cool.
what about you, Chris? What are you drinking? What have you been playing?
Let's see. This week I'm drinking the usual, my Tito's with my cranberry pomegranate water shit that I drink. And let's see. This week on my Series X, been playing 2042, Battlefield 2042. Halo Infinite, I finally started playing the campaign. It's fucking awesome. I agree with it. Gives me goosebumps. It just brings me back to everything that it was and is, and it's fucking awesome. So great. I want to go back and play some Forza now, though. I've been neglecting that game. That's the one game that I really loved playing on my Series X, and so I definitely need to jump back into Forza. I dabbled on the market the other day on it, just messing around with the cars and stuff, and it's like, oh man, I got to get back to playing that a little bit more. So jumping over on my Quest 2, or the Meta, I've been playing Contractors and then Golf Plus. What's nice about Golf Plus now, they finally got multiplayer to where instead of having like call your friend up and say, hey, I want to play a multiplayer game, now they actually have public rooms, so you can actually just play with some random people and play golf with whoever, so it's pretty cool. Hopefully, they're talking about creating a clubhouse. Hopefully that's legit down the road, where you'll be able to clubhouse, you can walk around, talk to people, and create whatever type of golfing sums you want to do, so that'll be pretty cool. Let's see, what else have I played other than that? You know what? I was going to play New World. I updated it, and I haven't started playing it, but I'm going to jump back in and just kind of see what the new updates they have, because there's some new recent updates they got. So I'm going to check that out here soon. And then, yeah, that's pretty much me this week. All right, well, it's time for the news. Joe, you ready?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Deuce's Weekly News, keeping us informed and up to date in the gaming industry.
Sources VG 24/7. We don't have a lot of news this week. Sad news, though. First off, those of you that aren't aware, football icon John Madden has passed away at the age of 85. So, you know, a legacy of everything that has been with the gaming industry, with Madden, regardless of the glitches and all the other troubles that they've run into. It's not his fault. It's his name. It was his idea. It's great. Thank you, John Madden. Other than being a Raiders coach, you know, he's still like one of the greatest personalities in sports.
Agreed, yeah.
Boom! Yeah. So, yeah. Rest in peace, John Madden. Let's see. Steam Deck now works with 80 of Steam's top 100 games. So they're improving the library as far as what's available on the Steam Deck. What will be available on the Steam Deck when it launches.
Nice.
So let's see. Blah blah blah. What did I say? Something about the So the top 10 hitters, PUBG, Destiny 2, Apex Legends, Halo Infinite, are currently incompatible, unfortunately. So,
okay.
PUBG, Destiny 2, Apex Legends. Thank you, Monkey. Yes, technically, I guess I am a motherfucker. So, anyway. Yeah, audio listeners, Monkey texted me, Deuce, you motherfucker, in the chat. We'll talk about it in a little. So yeah, the given the given chip shortages that are going on is what's delaying the Steam Deck's launch.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, their catalog is improving, and it's they're just going to keep adding titles. I think they're working around anti-cheat software and with games that are where there's a lot of cheaters. So that's going to be a problem. So let's get into the Xbox Live games for January, which it's going to be like next week. So the Xbox lineup, you're looking at Bill Kuhn. I don't know. It's
What'd you call me?
I don't know.
Dude,
it's weird. It's
we should cut that out.
yeah, cut that out.
We'll cut that out and put that back in. Okay.
Yeah, cut it out, put it back in. I don't know what the fuck they're going on. What is up, BG247? They must have had like a Christmas party when they were listing this article, writing this article. It's fucking stupid. Anyway, Space Invaders, Radiant Silvergun, Neuro Voider. That's it, really. And that's games with gold lineup.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Everybody's kind of like on vacation right now, so there's not a lot going on. PlayStation Plus for January, Persona 5, okay, Dirt 5, and Deep Rock Galactic.
I love how you're showing some love to that PS Plus, though, because before you're like, fuck that shit.
No, see, well, there's a lot that's going to go into that.
He's been bitching about it for the past 2 hours through text message to me. We'll get to that, I'm sure.
We'll get to it. Okay.
Okay.
You know what? That's really all I have for the news.
Okay. Thank you, Joe. All right, we're gonna move
Kind
on.
of shitty, but
Yeah, it's all right, man. No worries. Move right on down to our dates. Demonic, you ready, buddy?
I guess. I mean,
Demonic's dates, keeping us on track with what video games are coming out soon.
it's 2022 here in a couple days. Happy New Year, first and foremost. January 4th of 2022, we have Deep Rock Galactic on PS5 and PS4. And according to Game Informer, because that's where I get my dates, that's the only thing coming out next week.
Do I even need to play an intro for that?
What's an intro?
Your
Right.
your dates intro? Oh,
we'll just take a break on dates for at least until February or March.
and then you can just ramble off for like an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, God of War is coming to PC. PC. Oh, there is something coming up in a couple weeks here. Rainbow Six Extraction's coming out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Plus
wow.
that, which one was it? The Lost Ark on PC is coming out
Okay.
in February, I believe. I'm not sure.
Hey Joe, here's a PS5 game for you, Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection on the 28th.
See? Things are coming. It's just a little slow right now.
I think you got that PS5, you can play it now.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? He's got buyer's remorse. He's trying to find little things to hate so that he doesn't. He's not happy that he got it.
Wait,
No,
We'll get
I
into
mean,
that later.
you're not going through the justifying stage? I'm waiting for that stage too. You're going to justify it, your purchase.
No, I'll justify it when God of War and Horizon and Gran Turismo and
Okay.
all those games come out. And then I'm like, that's why I bought it. Anyway.
Normal people have buyer's remorse and they're like, I shouldn't have bought it. But Joe's just like, this is stupid. This part's stupid. This about it's stupid. It's stupid. Well, it's not even classified as buyer's remorse. I don't even know what to call it. Just self-hatred, I guess.
He's got some sort of deep hate in there somewhere. That's the dark side in him.
I'm trying to release all the hate.
There you go.
Get rid of it.
Release the good.
Right?
Yeah.
Release the awesome.
I don't know about awesome,
Anyways.
but anyway.
Yes. Hello. Yep. Oh, good stuff. All right. Well, it's time for our What the Fucks for the week. Do you guys have any What the Fucks this week?
And now it's time for our What the Fucks for the week.
Joe,
That thing in the back of Joe's screen over there, that PS5, what the fuck? That's all I got, really.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I'm going to agree to that one, too. What just happened here today is insane right now, Joe. What are you doing?
Insane.
What are you doing?
I don't know anymore. I'm just a hypocrite. That's it, I guess. You know, I say I won't do one thing, but I'll do it and turn around and do it. Yeah, Monkey's bitching me out right now on Twitch, so that's fine.
Joe, so what are those 10 games? Can you list the 10 games that you had to see and want before you got a PS5? Can we hear those real quick?
No, because there aren't any right now.
Where's that?
I got a good deal out of it. It was a bundle. GameStop.
There's the justification.
Yeah, it was a bundle. It was a bundle, and it the amount of money that I was going to end up spending on it ended up cheap in my favor.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
What'd you tell Ceci when you're buying it? Like, how'd you ask her? I want to know this part. Asking your wife.
I asked her on the way to GameStop, can I buy myself a Christmas present? She's like, sure. So.
Oh, that was easy.
Yeah.
Did it right on the holidays?
I like take care of all the finances. So.
No, it's great. You did the holidays. That's perfect. You had this shit lined up in your head, bro. You had this lined up, dude.
Did you call them before and ask them if they had it? So it was planned, premeditated.
Well, it wasn't my fault. Facebook, GameStop on Facebook sent me the message, and they're like, "Hey, Monkey says bundle these nuts, bitch. How long have we listened to you go on and on about you fucking Sony pony? Okay, I'm sorry. Okay,
I love you, Monkey.
I'm trying to be a new person for 2022. How's that? I'm trying to expand my horizons.
I feel like that's the biggest heap of shit I've heard all year.
Is this your New Year's resolution, Joe?
Oh my god,
that's fucking awesome.
I'll take it. Just dish it. I'll take it. I deserve it. Yeah, I'm like, whatever. Anyway, for the bundle, I got the physical PlayStation 5 disc edition, 3 games, charging station, $50 GameStop gift card. So it all worked out. The bundle was, for some it might be a little pricey, but looking at the value of what's in the bundle, I thought it was a great deal. So I got it. And plus there was a little business transaction that happened earlier this morning that I got some money in my pocket. So technically I only ended up spending like $200 for the bundle, which I'm okay with.
Justification number 2, 3, 4?
3, 4, 5, whatever.
It's okay. I do it all the time, Joe. That's why I say,
Yeah. So out of that, my what the fucks, I agree with Miguel when he said, what the fuck with the packaging? Here you are spending this kind of money on a system, and the Xbox came fully enclosed with high density foam, presented in a manner when you opened it, it was like angels singing. When you open the box,
for the PS5, it's egg cartons.
It's egg cartons. It's like, dude, I spent how much on this, and they're just shipping it in egg cartons. Anyway, power cord is short. I'm kind of bitch to Miguel about it because on the screen, if you can see, that it's very tall, and if you have something right underneath your TV and you place it on it, it kind of blocks the view of the TV a little bit.
Odd shaped.
So I couldn't hang it. I couldn't put it up on a shelf next to my TV because of the fact that the power cord's too short. Anyway, that's first what the fuck. Uploaded it, turned it on, everything's cool. My second what the fuck, I had a choice of getting an extra controller with the bundle. This is what PlayStation calls red.
Maroon?
Okay.
That's maroon, bro.
It looks more pink. It's more magenta than it is red. But the box says red. The wall behind me is red. This is not red, Sony. What the fuck? Yeah, it's just. Anyway, I'm riding the wave. Yes,
it's riding
I
dirty.
bent over. Yeah, does it taste like whiny bitch cock? I guess so, Monkey. I guess so.
He's on a roll, dude.
Yeah, it's tough to do.
No, it's fine. It's like
Did our moderator just turn into the troll? What the fuck?
I guess so.
What
Yeah.
the fuck just happened? The fuck did this happen? Oh, he's on vacation. Okay.
But anyway, he's drinking. He's on vacation. Whatever. Oh, yeah. My kids say hi. Hi.
Hello.
Oh man. But yeah, that's it. The games came with was Miles Morales, Ratchet and Clank, and Ghost of Tsushima. So.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
And of course, you got to play Astro's Playroom just to experience the full array of the controller.
Do that.
I did download that, and with Miles also came a remastered version of Spider-Man. So
nice.
If I can download my save for my PS4, I might just transfer it, or I might just play Spider-Man over again. I don't know. But yeah, that's what the fuck for that. I think that what the fuck tops everything else. Anything that I had in the past, it's gone because this what the fuck conquered everything. It erased everything out of my mind that I had as far as what the fuck.
This is how Joe ends 2021 with a big what the fuck. I got a PS5.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's.
Hey, you're making a change.
It is. I'm trying to I don't know. Be a hypocrite.
He's an open
I'm
book.
achieving that. That's my Xbox achievements going, boop, hypocrite.
In 2 months, Joe will be bitching about how his PS5 is collecting dust. Because that's what always happens.
Or could it be the other way around? Maybe this will write the narrative towards that his Xbox is collecting dust. I don't
Chris,
see that happening.
You're living in a fantasy world. Would you please stop?
You never know, dude. He could be the to watch next week if he shows up in like a Sony shirt and like a Sony hat and he starts talking about how good Ghost of Tsushima is and stuff like that, then I don't know what's gonna happen.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
It could happen.
We'll see. I mean, I still have God of War. I'd like to play it. I don't think it's not remastered, is it? For the PS5? No. Horizon isn't either, so I mean it'll be a better frame rate, but that's probably it. Graphically, it's not gonna blow me away.
I don't think they've really I'm not entirely sure. I could be completely wrong. I'm not entirely sure they've upgraded anything for PS5 other than the ones that are marketed as such, where they're forcing you to buy the new version most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah.
The other what the fucks to go along with it is the PlayStation Now and the PlayStation Plus. I get that so PlayStation Plus is equivalent to Xbox Gold or Xbox Live, and then PlayStation Now is I'm not even say it's comparable, but it's ish of Game Pass, but it's not Game Pass. What the fuck? Getting an dog ass show for our audio listeners.
Video.
Yeah, that's from Miguel. Anyway, but yeah, to charge $60 for each for a year, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. PlayStation Now catalog is kind of small.
Yeah.
It's nothing like Game Pass. It would be, I mean, if they had PC compatibility, that'd be cool, but not. They don't.
They're not comparable though whatsoever.
No, nothing touches Game Pass.
Yeah.
Nothing. So send that to Monkey, Miguel.
We should tweet that out.
But yeah, that's all I got for what the fucks at this point. Chris, you got any? Miguel, anybody?
So I have one, and I don't know if it's to 49er fans or towards the Chiefs where they beat the 49ers so bad, because my wife is a huge 49er fan, and she does not remember that the 49ers went to the Super Bowl merely 2 years ago, and the Chiefs beat that ass, and they don't remember it. And when I say they, I also asked another one of her during Christmas time or before Christmas. I went over and hung out with Jackie's family, and she had another family member, which was a 49er fan, And I spoke with him, and I asked him, like, you guys are a good team. You guys merely were in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, and he fucking didn't remember that shit either. So did Kansas City whoop their ass so bad that they wanted to forget that night? Because it seems like a
Trust me from experience, I want to forget last year's Super Bowl.
Okay. But I mean, like, do you literally, like, come to your, like, I'm going to forget that? Or as a fan, though, like, you're never going to forget that. I remember we went to the Super Bowl in 2008. I'll never fucking forget that we fucking lost, ever. People remind me to this day as a Cardinal fan, so the rub in my face.
You can't call yourself a fan if you're, yeah, I'm sorry. But if you can't remember when your team went to the Super Bowl in your lifetime, you're not a fan.
Because they were both, like, kind of, like, down on the 49ers. And I'm like, you guys were fucking in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Do you not remember that? And they're like, no, we weren't. I'm like, yes, you were. You guys played against the fucking Kansas City Chiefs. You don't remember that? They don't fucking remember. Either that or we were way too many drinks down in and they don't remember anything. So,
yeah, so they probably remember the first half when they were, like, stomping on the Chiefs.
Yeah.
But then Mahomes finally said, okay, that's enough. And it ended. That's it.
It was,
and then after that point, they were like, fuck this, and they just pounded and
it was got blackout drunk, and that's why they don't remember.
It was so weird, though. I was just like, what the fuck's going on? Why do you guys talk so much shit about your team when you guys were there 2 years ago?
They're not fans.
That's so fucking weird. But
yeah, from here on out, Jackie's not a 49ers fan. She's not.
Yeah, right? She's supposed to remember that shit.
Yeah. In your lifetime, you're supposed to remember when your team went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Right, Miguel? I mean, hell, he's wearing the sweater. Super Bowl champions.
Yeah.
Right?
I wish I could fucking have one of those. I'm jealous.
Yep, eventually.
I don't know, man. I'll just spiral into my second what the fuck. I didn't want to talk about it, but here we are. Here we fucking are. I'm just...
Keyboard warrior?
Yeah, I'm not really keyboard warrior stuff. It's more of just I'm irritated with my team and how the analysts are proving them right year in and year out right now during crunch time. I'm just like, can we fucking change that? Can we do something? But I don't know. It's my gripe. That one gripe of the year, I'm done. So,
yeah. Well, it's all right. All the analysts were trashing on the Chiefs at the beginning of the year. Chiefs aren't nothing. Chiefs aren't going to.
Oh, now anything. They're on they dicks now.
This isn't Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes isn't a star quarterback. He's nothing. And now look at him.
Yeah, and I do want to have to say one thing. This is a good what the fuck. This is actually for Patty Mahomes because I'm on my other fantasy team, Joe. I made it to the championship game. Pat Mahomes is my quarterback, so. I can redeem myself here and win this championship, and I'm favored by 10 points right now.
Nice. So. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me about fantasy. That was my other what the fuck. The 1 week that I stomped on you in fantasy football got me into the playoffs. Uh-huh. Got into the playoffs. That same team trashed and tanked, and I ended up losing. And then I got the 5th place spot, so I finished the season 5th place. But last week, all of my players showed up, and it was like the highest scoring team again, but for 5th place. And I'm like, motherfuckers, why couldn't you have done it to get me into the championship game?
Why couldn't you have done that like 2 games ago and then clinched so you didn't have to beat the shit out of me?
Right.
I was like, God damn, Joe, what the fuck? But it was a win or lose for both of us on that game. So
yeah. So it's heartbreaking, but that's the gamble. That's fantasy football.
Yep. So here we are. Any other what the fucks, Miguel?
Here's my what the fuck. I thought of one.
Gotcha.
I was playing Overwatch with John earlier, and we're playing competitive, and my game kicks me out and says I lost connection. Look at my modem, and it's connected. So I log back in, and I'm able to rejoin a competitive match that I left if I make it in a certain amount of time. So I rejoined, and then we finish that match. We go play another match, and I get disconnected again. So I text John, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to go reset all my shit, full shut down my Xbox, restart my modem, restart my router. So I unplug them, and I plug them back in, and they take a couple minutes to warm back up. So I go outside with my dogs, and I look across the street, and Suddenlink's fucking parked outside, fucking with the box.
Oh my god.
So
Assholes.
I'm assuming that's why I kept losing connection.
Yeah.
And then, like 15 minutes after that, I go pick up something to eat. And I'm driving down the road on my side of the street. There's two more Suddenlink trucks fucking with another box, and I'm like, oh, this is why my internet was taking a shit on me, because they're fucking with my internet. Which, I mean, I'm sure they gotta upgrade shit and do their job, but god damn it, I would look outside and I'm like, this is why my shit's not working.
Mm-hmm. That's happened to me before. It sucks. Yeah. I've actually, you reminded me of another what the fuck that happened to me on Battlefield 2042 this week when I was playing some multiplayer. Have you guys had a glitch where your gun fully disappears and your hands are just holding air? You can't. Yeah, on Battlefield, my gun's totally disappeared. I've recorded it a few times. It was kind of bullshit because I was doing good, and then all of a sudden my gun disappears, and I can't aim or nothing, and I'm just getting fucked up. It looks pretty funny, though, because I'm, like, shooting air gun. Yeah.
Well, that happened to me when I played Call of Duty on the PC. It glitched out, and my gun disappeared.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I didn't record it, but you just see the hands like this, and when you pull the trigger, you see them, like, jerk. Mm-hmm. Like they're firing the one, but the gun's gone. So I have a crosshair in my hands, and it's just beep, 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 you know. It's like, okay, cool.
And see, mine had no crosshair. I had nothing to shoot at. It was just hands, and then you could see the bullets going wherever. So you're like, you're kind of fucked. You can't do nothing.
Yeah.
So
you're going.
Yeah. Let me shoot my air gun at you. So
right.
It was kind of funny and fucked up at the same time. So,
Jesus.
You know, Battlefield, it's broken. It's beginning stages. So
I mean, that's not bad. I mean, Warzone's broken and it's been out for 2 years, so
yeah, it happens. Guys, got anything else? Got anything else for what the fucks? No. All right, cool. We're gonna move right into our main topic this week.
Warning, the video game content that is about to be discussed is not suitable for children and is for mature audiences only.
We're going to be reviewing a adult video game called Wildlife, and we got an opportunity to review this game by Andy from S&W Associates, and he gave us the opportunity. He asked us if we could review this and talk about it, and so we're going to talk about it today and kind of review the gameplay and stuff like that, and kind of just talk about it a little bit. So we can get it going. Who here has, you know, who wants to start this off? To start talking about it.
Real quick, just as a disclaimer, these are just Joe's, mine, and Chris's opinions about this demo. It is currently a demo. It is on what's Kickstarter, right? Well, the game itself is on Kickstarter, correct?
Oh, yes, it is on Kickstarter.
Yeah. So the game is on Kickstarter. What's currently out, it is a demo. It is not extremely lengthy. It is to get the mechanics and the experience, and trying to get more people to back this game on Kickstarter. So, once again, just our opinions, our views, what we thought of the game. So,
yeah. So, I mean, just to kick it right off, it is a demo, and I mean, to experience it, I thought it was pretty cool because they made this like an RPG style of a game. So they really took the time to really think about this as a video game other than just strictly the adult form that, you know, most of us gamers are used to just seeing that part of the game. But they actually put like actual gaming elements into this game to kind of make it more interesting and more fun and kind of give it that extra, that gaming feel to it, so to speak. Is that kind of how you guys feel about it too?
Yeah, I agree with you. It doesn't feel like, the demo at least, doesn't feel like it's like a one-trick pony. Like it's only meant for one thing, and that's it.
Right.
There's depth, there's a story, you know, there's a lot of things that they added into it to not make it solely focused on the one thing that everybody wants to play for. So I enjoyed that aspect of it.
Yeah, I wouldn't really classify it as an adult game that you would think of when you hear adult game, you're going to think of a certain type of video game. This feels more like an RPG with a demographic for adults with adult content, rather than just like straight up adult game
or a porn game, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, playing Wildlife, I thought it felt really the mechanics of the gameplay and whatnot felt very smooth, and I thought it was very intuitive, and just it felt like a really polished RPG game to me.
Yeah, and I'm going to bounce right off of that, too. I mean, they really took the time to polish this game, and you're like, wow, this is pretty cool that they have these developers in this realm that are actually taking that time and polishing this game and kind of making it feel like almost in the realms of a AAA game.
And the demo alone is better than a lot of, fully released games. I mean, as far as, controls, the RPG elements, even, the dialogue and the character interaction, it's very polished compared to some of the alphas and the betas and even some final releases of games, and I was surprised. I was pleasantly surprised.
And I mean, it has all the RPG aspects that you're looking for. It has the ability to customize your character as far, maybe not their appearance, but what they're wearing, their armor. I assume there's going to be armor and potentially crafting. Who knows? I'm not entirely sure, but I know that you can change out what you're wearing. I know one of the characters was like, why aren't you wearing pants? Because, I mean, that's one of the options you can do.
Right.
Yeah, so.
And that aspect alone kind of reminds me of like playing The Witcher 3. Like in the scene where you have to change when you're meeting the king or whatever the fuck his name, the Nilfgaard king, Ciri's father. When you meet him and you have to change your clothes, you're in a towel, and if you try and walk out, they're like, surely you can't just walk out like that in a towel. We're not going to allow that. So please put some clothes on. So just the fact that they put that in the game and coded it as such to where it acknowledges, hey, you're wearing a certain thing, you have to change, I like that. I really like that because it adds depth to it. It just doesn't feel like, okay, let me go through this game. I don't care what I'm wearing. I don't care what weapons I have. I don't care. I just want to blow through this game. No, you actually have to spend the time, dedicate, and play it correctly, I guess.
Yeah, and add to that depth too for the characters. Like they have some of these characters, they have personalities and they have different traits to them that when you go and talk to them, you actually have to think about who that person really is when you're talking to them, and you're not going to be just a savage all the time. So, I mean, it's cool that they added personalities to each character.
And possibly a moral choice, too. Sorry, Nico. Go ahead.
Well, and then the diversity of the weaponry. So, I mean, you get a gun, you get a pistol, you pick up a machine gun. There's a mission where you have to go find a bow before you can go do anything.
Yeah.
There's melee weapons as well, correct?
Yes, there is.
I remember.
Yeah.
Sword.
Yeah, so
they have a sword.
Just definitely a wide array of gameplay styles within the game, and it's not like when in The Witcher where you're always running around with a sword. It has guns, it has bows, it has different weaponry. So
yeah, I mean, there are some parts of the game that I think that because it's a demo that they kind of shortened it. It's like it's like 10 minutes worth of gameplay that we got to play in this, or a little bit longer than that.
It's a little bit longer, I think, but
yeah, I mean, if you go through every mission and go through everything, it's, I don't know, I'm guessing it's probably more than 10. It's got to be like 20 or 25 minutes. Tops.
Well, there's a hidden like big boss in the jungle, and you have to explore, and it's open, so it's not linear. You're in an area, but there is a large, giant like werewolf that you have to fight, and it's like Dark Souls-esque fighting that boss, and it's kind of frustrating. So
yeah, but they took the time to put that in there too. So there's a ton of elements that are surrounding this game that I think are pretty neat.
I mean, it gives you as a demo, it gives you a great demonstration of the game mechanic and how to play and what gameplay feels like.
Right. Yeah, definitely. All around, I think it's a solid game. Within this realm, I think this is like kind of opening the doors to these other games out there that like say, look at Wildlife and look at what they're doing. Like, we could be doing this other than just the straight, stuff that they're getting into. I mean, this game does, there is that achievement that you need to talk to these girls, and then the one thing that you're supposed to be doing is, doing the thing with them, doing the ditty, having a good time with them. So, like, there's that aspect to it. But, I mean, the graphics are fantastic. This game looks great. Even on my gaming laptop, I was like, wow, this looks pretty damn good.
Yeah. That was my first impression was graphically, it was like, this is pleasant. And, not just character design, but actually, like, the environment, the water, the fire, all that stuff. I mean, they've spent a lot of time for this demo, to be great. I can't. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I mean, other than it's a great demo.
Well, and then there was
one
also
of the best demos I've played.
Yeah, there was also the flight demo, which that felt very intuitive and it felt smooth to me. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on the flight demo as well for Wildlife?
It felt like they're showing off the world on how big and what are the possibilities of this world can be when you're flying around as the Pharaoh chick. And it's like, wow, this is pretty cool. Like, this could be a really big game, and they could possibly have this open world and all these different things you could do within that world. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think, and to kind of, I don't know, it would be a suggestion for me to kind of like get, if this game was to hit mainstream, to where you can have the options of having the intercourse or not. It's like you can choose that option, just like, there's nudity options in games that we play now. You can cut those out. And I think if they were to do that and just have like a base model that didn't have, I mean, this is the capacity. This game has the capacity to be a mainstream game.
Yes.
If they were to remove that aspect or release one that's like
the light version,
yeah. Where it doesn't include the nudity and doesn't include the sex and all that stuff. So, I mean, it's a great concept. It's like a cross between, when I was playing, I was like, okay, this reminds me of Avatar and The Witcher, like mixed. It's just kind of like that fantasy element, that fantasy environment, sci-fi environment, but the RPG aspect from The Witcher.
Well, a stealth aspect as well, right? I mean, you gotta be
kind of had that Horizon
in there where you're hunting
Zero
and you gotta be
Dawn,
quiet and stealthy.
Got to hide in the bushes. Yeah.
So I kind of wanted to, I guess I'll bring it up about the peripheral that was gifted to us as well. Thank you. The connectivity, I had a few issues with the connectivity at first, but it was, I guess, my own fault because I was thinking it was going to be a direct connect to my PC, but it isn't. It's through the phone. So it's like you're connecting the peripheral, which is from Lovince. It's a Lovince Max 2. It connects to the phone, and the phone connects to the PC. So it's not like a direct connect. At least mine wasn't. Your guys might have been different, but that's how I was able to connect mine. At first I had some issues, finally got it fixed. And, Chris, you had made a point. I don't want to steal it from you, but go ahead and say what you said before the podcast as far as like peripherals.
Oh, yeah. So as far as peripherals go, anytime you play a video game, whenever you use a peripheral, it makes the experience that much better. So, like, for instance, a joystick, like a flight joystick, that makes flying so much better. Or a steering wheel for racing games. Same thing. I mean, for, like, me in VR, when I have the peripherals for my golf game and I have the actual golf club and I can feel the golf club in my hand, that makes it that added extra experience. And it's totally an extra bonus. It makes it way better.
Immersive. Yes.
Way more immersive. Yes.
But yeah, that aspect of it, I mean, it's like what you see on the screen is what's happening in the peripheral. So it's very nice. And I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, agreed for sure. Same here. It's amazing. Yes. 5 stars.
They have something special here.
Yes, they do.
They definitely have something special. with this game, this title. If they can continue to develop it and continue on the path that they're on, I'm thinking this could be a huge title.
Yeah, agreed for sure. I mean, they put in a lot of hard work, and as gamers, we see it.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, as mentioned earlier, you think of an adult game and you kind of think of a one-trick pony. It's meant for entertainment visually or whatever, but Wildlife it feels like a polished MMO. At least the demo feels
like an adult MMO. Yeah.
You guys got any other last words on this review? I mean, it was a great experience all around for me. I mean, it was a cool experience. Joe?
The only gripe, I'm trying not to be too graphic here. The only gripe is, along with the peripheral and playing the game, there are moments of like, okay, I'm using the peripheral, but I'm playing an RPG. So, saying that it's not a one-trick pony, but, it's like, okay, well, we know what the goal is. So, I don't know. To me, there's like a disconnect with like having the peripheral, but not using it, and like grinding and fighting in the forest. If you can kind of get what I'm saying.
Yeah. It fizzles out the excitement a little bit. Yeah, it's just
kind of like, I think that they could possibly work on the build-up to using the peripheral, like saying, okay, get ready, that type of thing, instead of it's just like boom, you're in it. You're like, oh shit, well, okay, time out. Hold on, let me hook it up. Bluetooth. Oh, fuck,
yeah, there's definitely a setup.
Oh shit, the battery's dead. Oh fuck, and at that point you're just like, fuck it, my day's ruined. I'm done. Okay, I'm done, and you're just bitchy the rest of the day, and you go and buy a PlayStation 5. So
that's what happened. Oh shit! There's a full story there, guys.
Oh man, that's hilarious. There is a definite disconnect in setup. We could say that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think so we were gifted the peripherals to try with the game. I think if you disconnect that, ignore that, because I mean, at the end of the day, we're talking about the game, right?
Yes.
If you ignore the fact that it has that functionality, and we just say that it is an included feature, an additional extra feature of the game, the game itself is good.
Yeah.
No, if we're talking specifically about the game, yes, it's great.
Agreed.
I mean, it's like like Mass Effect, but with a little bit more detail, if you know what I mean. I mean, Mass Effect can be quite graphic. Same thing with The Witcher.
Hey, the old God of Wars were pretty good.
I was going to say, the old God of Wars with the mini games where it just cuts to the side, you knock over a pot. Yeah, it's essentially the same thing, except it's just
more graphic.
Yeah, just a little more graphics, a little more detail. I like that, Joe. More detail. Cool. You guys got anything else you want to add to this? Well, I want to say thank you to Andy at SW and Associates for giving us this opportunity. Just thank you, and check it out. If anybody's interested, go check out Wildlife. It's a pretty neat game.
Again, full disclaimer, it is an adult game, so
yes,
be aware of that before you go check it out.
Definitely 21 and up, or 18.
21 and over.
Yeah, for sure. All right, we're going to move right into rando shit now. Do you guys have any rando shit this week?
Yeah. I think I wanted to talk about The Matrix.
Okay.
Miguel.
Matrix Awakens?
Resurrection.
Did you... Hold on. Are you guys talking about the new movie trailer stuff that's...
Oh, the new movie that came out.
You guys saw it already?
Yeah, it's on HBO.
It's on HBO.
Oh, God damn it. All right. I want to see it, but go on.
Okay, well, I'll try, and I just want to talk to you. Yeah, I'll try to be as spoiler-free as possible.
Well, I don't have HBO, so I don't really care now at this point if it's only platform is that, so.
I mean, theaters.
Theaters, yeah.
Oh, okay. Can I get it on Vudu? I can do that, right?
No.
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
I don't, yeah.
Just get a free trial.
All right, I'll do that. I hate you guys.
HBO Max free trial.
All right.
Do that in the Snyder Cut Justice League.
Yeah, with Joe. You and Joe can watch it together.
Yeah, you can come over.
I'll hang out.
Play some PS5.
I'm down to hang out,
feedback,
dude. We need,
watch The Matrix.
we need to hang out anyways. Fucking, that's hilarious. All right, go on.
Okay, so it's hard for me to agree with IGN. IGN gave it a 4 out of 10.
Oh, that's low.
I don't see it in that manner. Tried not to be like social justice warrior and like look up who wrote the article and figure out like how old she was, and it was written, whoever wrote it, whatever. I read the article. I think there's a disconnect generationally, because when this movie came out, you have to realize it was 1999 when the first Matrix came out, and internet was still kind of fresh in 1999, and no one really thought of it like this outside of the box. I mean, there have been some other movies like Johnny Mnemonic and stuff, but nothing. Lawnmower Man was another one, but nothing pushed the envelope like The Matrix did. And I know when I saw The Matrix, it was like total reality check, mind fuck. Like, holy fuck! Like, this could be real. The Matrix could be real, and this was in 1999. You know, seeing the newer generation grow up with the internet, with, movies like Avatar and, it's Ready Player One. There's a lot that's not outside of that scope. They're used to it. Matrix, in my opinion, it's not a great movie. Spider-Man by far is the greatest movie I've seen in 2021. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, easily.
But I think it does deserve a little bit more credit than a 4. I would get it like 6.5 or 7. Just because, I don't know. How it was done, you're expecting, like the first one was great, gritty, new film. The second one came out, added some elements that were like badass. First one, bullet time. Second one was like the whole seeing the Matrix, and then the third one was the battle and was just like the fighting and all that stuff. This one is kind of like I don't know if they're trying to wrap it up or what they're trying to do, but it just seemed a lot of it was, I don't know, predictable. In a sense.
It's something that I probably need to watch again. I think the whole setup for the story is kind of what really griped me for it. I mean, the reasons for Neo being back in the Matrix and that fourth wall break of his job and what he's doing in his life within the Matrix, I was like, why are you trying to break the fourth wall here? It makes no sense, Joe.
So, I don't think it's trying to break fourth wall. From my point of view, I saw it as, one, I saw it as them mocking the actual trilogy. Two, it's things that are hidden in plain sight. So you have to think of the Matrix when it was rebooted after the third one. What could they have done to make it where they didn't have so many people breaking free from the Matrix? Well, let's create something that is entertaining, but it's like the truth. So it's hidden in plain sight. And I think that's what the message was of the movie. It was hiding something in plain sight. And that's what I got from it. It wasn't like them actually trying to break the fourth wall. I mean, well, they were, but they weren't.
But I don't think it was just that aspect that griped me. I think it was also just in Thomas Anderson's life, as the job that he has, they're talking about rebooting it, and they're talking about we should do this and we should do this, and it's like trying to make fun of itself for making a fourth movie, but with that being in them, I just didn't like it. I didn't like, we need to do this. This should be part of the sequel, and there needs to be more explosions, and there needs to be bullet time because that's what was in the first one. And they just, I didn't care for that. Also the, like I said, I probably need to watch it again. The whole Morpheus thing that's going on in that movie. The fuck? Why?
I did find out a secret about that. So I guess in one of the Matrix games that Morpheus was killed, but it's not said in any of the movies.
Right.
So you would have to have played one of the Matrix games or I think it was either the game or one of the comics, and it tells you like what happens to that Morpheus. Sorry, spoiler alert, but yeah, Morpheus is still in it, but there's a difference. But it also, like, there were some things kind of like Fight Club-esque throughout the whole thing. So, hello, I kill dolphins. Welcome. We're talking about the Matrix Resurrection. So, but yeah, I don't know. I think that's what you were saying, Miguel. That's why I knocked it down to like a 6.5, maybe a 7. 7 would be pushing it, but I think a 6 or 6.5 would be like.
Yeah, and then to go along, they were talking about we need more action and all this. Like, to me, that middle of the movie fight scene felt entirely too long and drawn out.
The one in the warehouse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it felt too long, too drawn out, and I don't know. I think it wasn't a terrible movie by any means. I need to watch it again, see if I pick up on stuff. I mean, the original Matrix movie you had to watch a few times to actually understand what the fuck was going on. But first appearance for me, it didn't hit how I felt like it should have.
Yeah. So,
and then the whole connection between Neo and Trinity thing that they try to explain, it just, I don't know. I need to watch it again. But first impressions, it was mediocre.
Well, it was like the original trilogy. They tried to focus on the narrative that Neo was like Jesus. You know, he's like the
I remember that
coming.
shit. Yeah,
and then it almost seems like on this one they're trying to make it seem like Neo and Trinity are like Adam and Eve almost. So they put them on that category where it was before it was Neo by himself, and now it's like with together. It's special. So yeah, it's yeah, I don't know. I kind of wish Hugo Weaving was still in it. But spoiler, he's not. But I know that they had originally had that part for him in the movie, and they had cast him, but something had happened. I don't know. Another movie came along. I'm not sure, but that character is missed. Or that actor, excuse me, is missed.
That was also another weird change to me, but I mean,
yeah. So it's a Matrix for a new generation. I don't think they'll get it, but I would highly recommend watching the trilogy over, going from the first all the way through, and then watching the new one. But I don't know. Anyway, that's what I want to talk about, the Matrix. What else? Some rando shit. I finished Hawkeye. Enjoyed the hell out of it. I'm glad that the writing hasn't, like, it's improving. It doesn't seem like, oh, hey, Risky.
What's up, Risky?
Long time no see or chat, whatever. But it's nice to see that what Scorsese has said and Ridley Scott about superhero shit. It's just one note and it's just predictable and it's blah blah blah. WandaVision, Loki, Captain Winter Soldier, Captain America, not so much, but like that one felt too political. But Hawkeye, just the character development and how it's written and how it ties a lot of the loose ends, as far as like Black Widow, the movie, and that stuff. Kate Bishop developing her character, because in the comic books, Kate Bishop is part of the New Avengers.
Mhm.
So it's setting up that future foundation that Marvel can continue to grow. Because I think in the New Avengers, it's Kate Bishop, it's Miss America, who actually I believe they showed in the teaser for the Marvels movie, or Miss Marvels or the Marvels movie, Captain America or Captain Marvel 2,
The Marvels.
the Marvels, yeah. But Wiccan, who is Scarlet Witch's son, and then I think Speed's in it as well. So they have the foundation to build, and they're developing that. And kudos to Marvel for that. I'm happy that they're not just like one-noting superhero, villain, save the day, beat the villain, save the chick, or save the whoever, the victim.
It's gonna be so fucking massive.
Yeah. So
I felt like the finale to Hawkeye was somewhat anticlimactic. But then again, I go back to that whole conversation that we've had over and over about how they've said these Disney Plus shows bring stuff into the MCU, but if you watch the movies, you won't be missing anything. So at the end of the day, I'm really starting to feel like they're introductory stories, but I don't know. I feel like they don't ever get to like a closing point. Like you don't get that satisfaction that you get in a movie, because it just kind of like leaves it open ended.
And they leave the door open all the time to keep it going. Yeah.
Well, and then back to the point of it getting so massive. I mean, Loki introduces all these characters. Now they're in the MCU. WandaVision introduces Agatha Harkness. She's out there somewhere, and it's just gonna be so fucking massive. I don't know if it's gonna have some negative effects later on with how much stuff is out there.
You think
it's some of the series? It almost feels like they're put in place to tell a story, but they're not the story.
Right.
They're like side stories. So, like, if you want to know more about Hawkeye, then we know about Hawkeye all the way through all the Marvel movies until now. In the future, we'll know more. And if we want to go back, I think that's what the series are for, is to tell that side story or that backstory, to fill in any gaps. If all you want to do is watch the movies, you can. But if you want more information, go back through and watch the series.
Which makes sense.
But if you want the information as you go, or if you want the side story as you go, it's kind of like Book of Boba. Book of Boba is on Disney Plus, but it's like it's a side story of The Mandalorian. And essentially, The Mandalorian technically is a side story from the Star Wars trilogy. Same thing with Ahsoka and all these other shows that they're going to be doing for Star Wars. They're side stories, but they tell the entirety of it. But it doesn't tie back into, like, does Boba really have a purpose in the entire timeline? Does the Mando really have a purpose? I mean, he technically did with Grogu and Luke, and that's how they tied that all together and brought that back in, and which can help explain like the next movies with Luke, if there are going to be any with Luke. But that's kind of like what Marvel is doing with, the Disney Plus series.
And I guess, so I'm glad you said that, because that's what I was going to emphasize on, is those Star Wars stories, The Mandalorian, Book of Boba, they can tie off the end of their story if it doesn't go into whatever's coming next from Disney. Whereas we know that these Marvel things are spinning off to the side, and then they're coming back because they're going to be part of the main movies, and that's why I think there's never really any closure. But
I do. Oh, go ahead.
I just have to say my absolute favorite part of Hawkeye is, of course, Yelena and her relationship with Kate Bishop.
Yeah,
I would pay to see that show.
I would just pay for Yelena to have her own show. That's fine.
I would.
But I do agree with some of the writers and the critics that said that Hawkeye was the eulogy that we deserved for after Endgame. So it was like what Black Widow did in Endgame, they created the movie to tell her story, to make her character feel like solidified, like it was a legitimate character and not just, the sex appeal of the Avengers. She had purpose, she had character, she had depth. That's what the movie did.
Mm-hmm.
Hawkeye, I think at the end, because of the relationship with Clint and Natasha. I don't know what I'm saying, Natasha. And the eulogy that, like, the respect that was paid to Black Widow and Clint's struggles, because he's been struggling with PTSD ever since Endgame. And I think it kind of helps with that because, at the end of the Black Widow movie, the spoiler or the end trailer was Val showing Yelena that, oh, you want to know who killed your sister? Go hunt down Clint Barton. So that tied Black Widow movie back into the Hawkeye series. So I enjoyed it.
I have to say, worst end credit scene ever.
Yeah, it's like
Stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
So,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say a question for you guys on because we're talking about Disney Plus and Hawkeye and Book of Boba, and how there's just wide variety of these shows, and they keep spreading out. And I know Miguel touched on it that there could be some negative effects. Do you feel like too many hands in the pot and introducing too many characters that are unknown that could create a negative effect?
I mean, trust in Feige, right? I think Feige has it all laid out, and he tells them this is what you're trying to get to in this show. So at the end of the day, he knows everything that's going on. I don't think it's too many hands in the pot, because at the end of the day, it's his say-so. Mm-hmm. But I think it's just an exploding universe that just might get too massive for its own good. Joe.
Gotcha.
And I think they're planning on possibly taking a break after 2024. So looking at, 2023, looking at the releases that are coming, like everything that's planned through next year, like Disney has been taking a break from Star Wars.
Yeah.
If you notice, with the exception of even Mando, it took a break from Mando. And it took them, a year and a half to do Book of Boba. I think if they time it right, and after, before introducing the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, they're going to bookend it and say, okay, we're going to take a break from Marvel and we won't release anything. And then it'll just let that sit and let people digest the story and give them enough time to catch up. And then they'll release new stuff.
That makes sense. That they give them the correct timing, and you won't have this massive overload of content where everybody's like, I can't keep up. That makes sense.
Yeah, they're just shoving like movie after movie after movie down your throat, and you're just like, I can't do anymore.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, and to Joe's point about Mando, from what I recall reading, I don't know that. So they are taking a break from Mando, right? Because they're going to do a season 3. Mm-hmm. But I think the original intent, from what I recall reading, was they were only doing two seasons of Mandalorian, and then it was supposed to feed into the Book of Boba Fett, and the story of Mandalorian was supposed to be over at that point. But since there was such a high demand for Mandalorian, they decided to do season 3, which I was talking to John about, and we'll see how that even goes, because, I mean, a lot of the appeal of Mandalorian, sad to say, was Grogu, and now Grogu's not there. So we'll see what happens with Mandalorian after this. Joe.
I would like to see in the next season of Mando, because they have to explain the whole black saber, the dark saber, and how
agreed
Darth Maul ends up back with it.
Like how he gets
Rebels,
it back. Yeah.
In Rebels, Darth Maul had the dark saber. And at the end of the Clone Wars, right? He had the dark saber, but then
Maul's dead.
I'm sorry. Wait.
Maul's dead.
Yeah, right. Maul's dead. So I mean, they can explain what happens with Bo-Katan. I got my Star Wars timeline mixed up, but I know it's been a while.
He's got the PlayStation 5 on his mind. I get it.
Well, I had that shitty experience with the sequel trilogy. So anyway.
Oh, gotcha.
He's scrubbing data from his brain.
Right. But yeah, I mean, they're going to talk about that. But they also said that since Rangers of the Republic was scrapped, sorry, Risky. Since Rangers of the Republic was scrapped, they're saying that they may tie that into the new season of Mando. There's a possibility that Gina Carano could return. We'll see. They're just letting the social justice warriors calm down and find something else to yell about or gripe about, and then they'll bring her back in like what they did with James Gunn, with the Guardians. So,
You guys got any other? Go on, Miguel.
One thing I want to say about Mando is I don't consider this a spoiler. Joe, I never imagined a four-armed creature such as Goro doubling as a centaur. Oh, Chris saw it too, huh?
Yeah, I did. I saw it, yeah.
I never saw that coming, but it makes sense, and that was an amazing character model.
It was fucking awesome. I loved it. So Joe, you did see it because you did end up seeing it with Ceci, right? Or no?
What?
Book of Boba.
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Well, you're in for a treat there, bud.
That's fine.
No, it's not a spoiler.
No, it's not at all.
Not by any means.
No.
I was supposed to see it tonight, or I was supposed to see it last night, but we
Tonight.
decided to go out and
Gotcha.
Anyway,
Oh, in those shitty roads, huh?
Oh,
Yep.
God. Good heavens. You guys have any other rando, Miguel?
I watched 8-Bit Christmas.
Yeah? Good?
I
No?
thought it was pretty good. I thought it was...
yeah, like I said, what I said about it like a few weeks back, do you agree with that? Like I said, it was like this generation's Christmas story.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Okay.
I totally agree. It was very paralleled for me to A Christmas Story, with the caveat that the lesson that you can't always get what you want, and maybe that thing that you desire is not always the best thing for you, and there's always an alternative that could improve your quality of life.
Right. Makes you look twice at SpaghettiOs, though, doesn't it?
Oh, God. We've got 9 minutes of puke.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did too. Any other rando?
Yeah, you guys notice anything that I'm wearing? No?
You're wearing clothes.
Yeah? Wearing our merch.
Congratulations.
Wearing our merch, dude.
I know, it looks good. I dig the hat. I dig the shirt. Yes, I need to order. Now that I have my PlayStation, I will be ordering the flip-flop shirt.
Yes, I also wanted to show this.
Are you also going to order your PlayStation flip-flop? Sorry, Chris.
Yeah, you're cool.
No, I could.
We should
Actually,
buy it for him, dude. Miguel, we should just chip in. We should just buy it for him, dude.
I think Etsy has them, but I'll get them.
Look, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the other
With
shirt.
the 8-bit. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's got the back. The same back.
Yeah, for our audio listeners, you go on consoledrones.com, click on shop. Thanks to Bonfire, we're able to, produce our merch through them. So proceeds, I know we get a cut of it, a small cut, but if you want Console Drones official merch, consoledrones.com, click on shop and have fun.
Yeah, check it out. There's some pretty cool merch there. And it is legit. So we checked it out. We would have gotten rid of the store if it was garbage if I bought it and I was like, oh, we're not going to give this to our listeners. This is not garbage. These are actually these are two of my favorite shirts now, and this hat is pretty sick too. So I'm definitely going to go for the beanie too. I'm going to be buying our merch. So if no one else is going to have it, I'll be wearing it. So it's pretty cool. It's good stuff.
To address Risky's statement of, is it bad that I just noticed John is missing? Actually, I'm very surprised that you just noticed, because we were under the impression you only came to watch John eat ice cream and to stare at his beard. So the fact that you're entertained by us, that makes me feel good. So.
Yeah, same here. I agree. Fantastic.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back, Risky.
Risky.
Heck yeah.
You missed Monkey. He was here earlier.
Yeah, he's on vacation. He was drunk and he was cussing me out. Because
as he had every right to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. So I didn't stop him. I didn't argue with him. Have at it, buddy.
So
Joe, I've seen you've been playing Witcher nonstop. How far have you gotten so far already?
yeah, where you at?
I'm trying to think. Actually, I've been doing a lot of side quests.
Oh, you got squirreled.
I'm just wandering around, taking my time, enjoying the game, like side quest. I pull up the map, look at the question marks, and I'm just like, all right, cool. Let's go and let's take out that question mark, and let's liberate these towns so these people can move back in. I'm just enjoying the game. I'm not like trying to beat it again. I'm just trying to enjoy the hell out of it.
Just really taking in the scenes, huh? There's one person that didn't like it on our show. Really enjoying it.
Well, he didn't like Roach.
Yeah, it was more the horse. This is true.
But honestly, I kind of agree with him. I've been like running to a lot of the locations and fast traveling instead of riding the horse. I could give two shits about the horse. I don't care.
That's funny.
Talk about Roach like that. Yeah, you were the one who messaged me in that episode in the show, and they did that. Yeah, they did that.
Yeah, they did that. They killed Roach.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Shit, I don't remember.
So, I do have something else. This is for the listeners, and this is kind of something that I brought up to Joe and Miguel like briefly last night. And there was no context to the text that I sent to Miguel. Sorry, buddy, but I just kind of thought of this. It was something fun for our listeners that could do, and so I created a voicemail for our listeners, and I'm going to give out the number, and you guys can leave a voicemail for us and say whatever you want to say to us. And yes, I'm going to have to review whatever the hell you say to put it on the show, but if you want to say what's up to us, I will put that on the show eventually when our voicemail gets to a certain full capacity. I'm not going to do it when there's one message and I'm going to play that, but I'll do it like when there's at least 3 or more so that it makes somewhat of a segment for our voicemails. So
Yep. Yeah, insult me. I don't care. Tell me how much of a hypocrite I am. Flip-floppy, whatever. I don't care.
It makes it actually perfect when I give out this number at the end of the show. I'm not gonna do it right now.
There is one thing that I will swear on my life that I will never go back on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the fact that motherfucker Tom Brady is not the GOAT. I will never do that. Never.
Emil, now's your time to call into the voicemail and give Joe a little piece of your mind. Now's the time.
We've been through that. Please don't.
No, we don't want to do that again. We don't want to.
No,
I was bored having to research all those statistics and everything.
But to hear him talk shit,
don't want to go there.
Well,
that's where I stand. That's it. That's it.
No.
That's where I stand.
We don't have to talk stats. Wouldn't it be fun to hear Joe pop up on a voicemail and talk shit to you, though? Come on now.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he could do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That's fine.
That's what I'm talking. That's his opportunity.
It'd be better for Joe to pop in and say hello and not say anything about Tom Brady, so we don't have to relive those fucking nightmares.
This is true. You can say hi too, Joe. This is for sure. But this is a voicemail for all of our listeners, even to the listeners out there that we don't know right now that want to say what's up. Go ahead and say what's up. Tell us what you like about our show or dislike, and I'll play it on the show. We're going to have to moderate it depending on language and that sort of thing, but most of the time we got mouths on us too, so most of the time it will be played. Just it all depends. We're going to moderate it and everything, but that's okay. It'll be a fun thing that we'll do. Maybe 2 or 3 weeks out of each show, I'll play the voicemails, and I can do it live too. I have the abilities to do live, and over time we might have the abilities to take on live callers to be on our show as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you don't have to text through Twitch chat. You can call us.
Yeah, you can just give us a call. We can talk, and you'll be on the show.
There you go.
You can do that through your cell phone. It's going to be a cell phone number. I will release that at the end of the show, so keep on listening. You guys got anything else for Rando?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
You good? Well, fuck. I guess I'm going to release that number now. Should I just... Fuck it. You can give us a call at 928-421-3837. 928-421-3837. Leave us a voicemail, and I'll play it on one of our future shows.
And if you leave a message for Risky, just tell her which is your favorite Harry Potter movie, and she'll be happy enough.
None of them. Sorry, Risky.
We love you, Risky.
Don't like Harry Potter.
So,
But I might play Hogwarts though. But I don't like Harry Potter.
Did you say you might play Hogwarts?
Right. If everyone if Monkey's playing it or Chris, you like Harry Potter
Yeah,
and you're
dude.
playing it.
he's got his
and
flops.
it's an
Dude.
MMO.
He's got his
it's like,
flip-flops. He's good. He'll play.
Are you gonna
still
get that
don't
on
like
your
Harry
PlayStation
Potter.
too?
I mean, I don't like zombies. But
And
I
are you gonna
play Back for
Are you
Blood?
gonna be a Harry Potter flip flopper too?
No, fuck no.
He's gonna.
Lord of the Rings forever. Fuck.
Dude,
You said the only thing that you wouldn't flip flop on was Tom Brady. So
Okay,
Risky,
well
there's
then
no-
I guess then yes, that leaves that open. Everything else is open except the Tom Brady thing.
Yeah.
Everything else is open.
So he might show up next week with a Harry Potter shirt, a Sony hat, but he won't have anything Tampa Bay or Tom Brady related whatsoever. So,
Fuck that.
but it'll happen. It could happen next week. He could be like, "I love Harry Potter. I just read all the books last week." It could happen.
Fuck no.
speaking of
I'd rather watch Justice League.
Oh man, Snyder cut.
Yeah.
it's not a bad movie. Just need to accept it into your life. The other day, John texted me, and it's Witcher season, right? So everyone's like on Witcher train.
It is.
He didn't say he said he was thinking about playing the game, but then he's also considering reading the books instead. So,
What? That's a big jump for John.
I mean, no, that's totally. I mean, the books are totally different from. Well, he doesn't have to deal with a horse. He doesn't have to deal with the griffin. He just has to read a fucking book. So.
Oh, I get it. But he had a lot of in the beginning there. He had a lot of hatred towards The Witcher because of the horse and all the, and also he played it back to back with Red Dead too. That kind of fucked him up. When you're playing a lot of horse games.
I will agree with that because I played The Witcher back to back with like one of the Assassin's Creed, so it was like a little hard for me to switch control issues. So I know I had issues with that, but now I love it. So
Risky's throwing down, dude.
that's fine. Keep it coming.
I love it. Oh man, look at he's got it right there.
Risky. Here's my red PlayStation controller. Red.
Tell him it's
Right?
pink.
It's
It's
pink,
fucking pink.
pink haptic feedback right there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
To
great.
be honest,
I mean-
the white isn't actually white. It's more like of a eggshell white. It's not true white.
It's off
Did
white.
GameStop have any of the covers, Joe?
The replaceable covers?
Yeah.
Like for the controller?
No, for the console.
I didn't check. I just went in, got my bundle, and got the fuck out. I was like, I'm not spending any more money in here.
Wait, so
It looks maroon. Oh yeah.
That's what I told him. Yeah, he
what I said,
messaged
too.
me. He's like,
was
"This
gonna say
isn't red." I'm like,
magenta.
"It's maroon."
I was
You
gonna
said-
say magenta.
that's
because,
maroon,
like,
dude.
This Spider-Man fidget spinner. My wall is red. This is not red. This is like
Wasn't Joe doing some judgment a couple weeks ago about fidget spinners and shit?
It wasn't a couple
This
weeks.
is-
It was
no,
months
okay.
ago. It was.
So there's a story behind it. So this was my son's fidget spinner. I had to take it apart because I needed the bearing out of it to do the steering wheel thing that I 3D printed.
Oh my God! You need a bearing for that?
Yeah. So
Damn.
I was like, they said you can take bearings out of fidget spinners. So I asked my kid, "Is like, you're not using it anymore?" No. So I popped one out, and I
Yeah,
used the
'cause no one
bearing
has
for
rollerblades
my
anymore.
steering wheel.
Imagine me for
okay.
fidget spinners yet. Joe
Yeah,
has
we
one
should.
on his desk. Go get those flip flops too while you're at it.
Yeah, they got Sony logos on them.
All right.
So yeah, I 3D printed this, and that attaches to the Xbox controller. And by turning this like a steering wheel, this arm moves the joystick left and right. So when you're playing Forza, it's not left, left, or right, 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 right. You know, when you're turning a corner in a race, it's just like a steering wheel. And you just sit there and you just turn it, and it works. I got to clean the gear up a little bit, but it works.
Are you gonna use that to steer Roach when you're riding him around on Witcher?
No. I 3D printed reins, reins, and I'm going to attach that to my controller. So every time you slap the reins, it hits the A button and he goes faster.
He literally just hooks this thing up to ride Roach. That's all he does.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, that's so funny. That's great. You have to,
Oh, and this week's episode is called "Joe Fucking Hates Us,"
Joe hates us. I like it.
but he loves his PlayStation 5.
Oh God, not yet. I still got to play more of it.
I'm gonna say.
I
Go ahead.
just have to say it's a great controller. It's better than the standard Xbox controller.
I will.
Oh man, here we go. Go on, Joe.
Okay, I will agree to a certain point, but for me, just holding the controller, there's something about it to where, with all of the haptic feedback that's down here in this part of the controller, everything else, like the middle part, feels hollow. For some reason, like clicking it and holding it, and when it
Does
vibrates,
sound
it
hollow.
feels like the middle section is hollow. So
There's
I
nothing
don't
in
know.
it.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played Astro's Playroom yet. I'll see what that does for the controller, but just that middle section, whereas the Xbox controller is kind of thin in that section because, that's what it is. The Xbox controller has batteries in it, so that's what gives it the weight and doesn't feel hollow.
There it is.
Okay. That's the Sony pony gripe is that the Xbox people have to put batteries in here.
If you
You're becoming a Sony
heard
pony.
how
There
many
it is.
goddamn times John has to change his fucking batteries. John, get fucking rechargeable batteries.
Yeah, Amazon's like $20. Oh, Chris has got to pee.
I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
Go pee.
Just keep
pee
talking.
in
It's
that
rando.
football cup you got right there.
No, fuck you.
Jeez.
Like
Anyway.
at least twice a week, John has to change his fucking batteries.
Really?
It feels like it.
Does he have the rechargeable ones, or does he just have
No,
normal
he
batteries?
has normal fucking batteries, and he replaces them like twice. I'd say 1 to 3 times a week.
Yeah, that little
he has to change his batteries.
that little dock that I have. No risky. John does not have an Elite controller by now. So, but yeah, I mean, that little thing that little charging station that Chris told me to buy on Amazon. I bought it, and I haven't had any issues with it. And yeah, so,
Yeah, I only use my Elite controller, so the fact that I just put it in the case and it wirelessly charges is amazing. But I can't imagine, even when I had a regular controller, I had rechargeable batteries, because I wasn't going to buy a fucking pack of batteries every 2 weeks or every 2 months or whatever it is.
yeah, it's like 20 to $30 each go.
Yeah, fucking, that's the price of a rechargeable battery.
Risky says he can have hers for 500. 500, Jesus. The Elite controller, 500.
Pretty much. Hey, Risky, I'm trying to get these guys to play Among Us on Xbox, and they won't do it, but I think we should play Among Us again. It's fun, Joe. Joe, it's fun with friends.
Yeah, until you're the guy that always gets picked on and always gets booted off the spaceship.
It doesn't happen that frequently. I mean, when I did it to John, it happened like once. Come on. It's
Okay.
funny, though.
Okay.
It's not like you keep going for 7 rounds saying, oh, Joe's getting thrown off. But now that you mention it, we should throw off Joe 7 times in a row.
That's right. Yep, that's what's going to happen.
Well, that's because you bitched about it, so.
I know.
Go play your PlayStation, Sony Pony.
I will. And I'm going to enjoy Miles.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh man, this podcast has gone full circle with Joe, and this is great.
I mean, Joe, you should... Yes, play Miles, but don't have high expectations for Miles. As far as integration of new hardware.
No, I don't. I mean, the vibration's cool, but graphics look great. I just beat Rhino, so.
Yes.
But I'm more excited about trying out Ghost of Tsushima. Now that I have it, it's like I'm going to play it. So.
Gonna follow
Yeah, I
the
think-
wind.
Yeah, let me know how that one's integrated too, because I mean that was a PlayStation 4 game. I think the one that might give you the most out of functionality of the new console would probably be Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
Well, looking at the back of the case is this one says vibration function and trigger effect supported on Ratchet and Clank. Ghost of Tsushima says vibration function and trigger effect supported. So we'll see. But the thing is Ghost of Tsushima requires a PlayStation Plus membership.
It's a single player game. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, it says 1 player, but it has 1 to 4 network players. So I don't know if there's a multiplayer in it or what.
I'd imagine if you're just playing single player, you shouldn't need.
Yeah, Legends Online multiplayer mode.
I imagine single player you could play without it though. Let us know.
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah.
So, for this haptic feedback and all trying to figure out functionality for certain games. I know Call of Duty has haptic feedback on the guns, right? I heard that they were doing the gun haptic feedback for triggers and stuff.
I'm shaking my head because nope.
Because you can not to buy it. You can play Warzone for free, right? Why don't you just download Warzone and see if it has haptic feedback?
That's all of his hard drive space.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I don't want to do that.
Damn it! I was just gonna say like
for God of War and Horizon.
Plus, it's gonna take him 4 days to install, and it's gonna take up 60% of his hard drive.
Well, I mean, you're not going to be playing your place. There's not 10 games that you're playing on it right now. So why are you worried about space? First of all, and B, you could do the research for the podcast and say, hey, or you, Miguel, and say, hey, it does have trigger haptic feedback or not, or it doesn't, and just delete it if it doesn't. Just fuck it.
I don't know if Warzone does. I looked into it. I know Black Ops did.
That's what I read.
Or not Black Ops. Sorry, not Black Ops. Vanguard. Well, and maybe Black Ops also had the integration. But yeah. I'm not buying those games.
No, I hear you. If it was for Warzone only, is what I'm saying, because it's free. You don't have to pay for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and I also read that it's cool as a thing to experience, but like, in use in a competitive game such as Call of Duty, it's a pain in the ass.
See, that's what I was thinking about this whole haptic feedback thing with the controllers, with different guns and stuff and different trigger pressures. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to remember what gun you're switching, and in competitive aspects, I believe it's gonna suck.
You can also turn it off too. So
yeah.
Plus it puts the strain on your fingers.
Yeah, like my fingers hurt, and then you have to pull landscaping duty and all that. Yeah.
My fingers hurt.
Yeah.
I think your back's gonna hurt.
Yeah, you just pulled landscaping duty. Do you guys have any other rando shit this week?
No.
Fuck you, Chris.
Oh, what's that one?
Okay, nope. Well, that's always going to be in rando. So, just for our listeners, make sure you check out the shirts and leave us a voicemail. We'd like to hear from you guys. This is Chris. I'm going to go play some video games. I am out. Peace.
It's Demonic. I would like to thank Risky and Butters and Monkey, and also I Kill Dolphins for participating in the chat today. I'm going to go see if John's still playing games. I'm out.
Yep, this is Joe. Yeah. I'm going to go play some PlayStation.
Sony Pony.
Game on.
Game on.
Game on.
Joe, I'm not cutting this yet. Why have you been like fucking Chris lately, and you never turn off your goddamn console? You're always playing The Witcher 3 for fucking 17 hours at a time. God, you're worse than Chris. Chris turns off his console more than you now. There's something wrong here.
This concludes another Console Drones Gamer Talk podcast. Season 3, biatch!
Now let's get out of here and destroy this whole universe.
Hallelujah.